we could have minimal interruption and background noise because we're expecting a lot of people. Please mute your lines. Hey guys, thank you guys so much for joining. Welcome to Building Wealth from the Ground Up. This is an amazing video live summit where we have some amazing expert panel in their field that are going to help you guys stack your coins and build wealth from the ground up. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Odetta King, creator and founder of I Love the Swap Queen, which I'm also known as the Swap Queen. And I'm going to talk a little bit about who we have on the call tonight that's going to be sharing phenomenal information with you guys to help you build your coins from the ground up. As you guys are coming in, I'm going to keep reminding, please mute your lines. We're getting background noise already. Please mute your lines.
All participants are muted,
okay,
and they can unmute themselves.
Okay, I just muted all the lines. So first up, we have amazing Shawn, who is going to talk all about budgeting. Secondly, we have Miss Joy, our saving guru and coupon extraordinaire. Thirdly, we have, listen, we got to get these credit in check, okay? And our girl, Netiva, is going to bring it to you with these credit because we all know if your credit ain't jacked up, that's, that's some serious stuff. So we want to get these credit in line. Then, of course, myself, Odetta, I'm going to show you how you can stack your coins if you've got scales, honey, because, listen, I know you got scales. And lastly, we're going to close it off with my real estate guru who's going to show you how to flip houses and how to get these real estate deals with zero money. So take it away, guys, and thank you so much for joining us. Now I'll turn it over to Shawn.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. This is Shawn Hayes. I am an author, a financial coach, and I'm founder of Hayes Financial Coaching, where I help individuals, families, and couples, normally with one-income household, to meet their financial goals, to eliminate debt, to establish money control, and to build wealth all through budgeting. And you might think, what does budgeting have to do with building wealth? It has absolutely everything to do with building wealth. It is your foundation, and you use budgeting to build on it. And wealth, before anything, wealth is what's in before you even see the money. It's all about mindset. Having a mindset that, yes, you can get out of debt. Yes, you can build wealth. Yes, you can do it all through budgeting. Budgeting is just a projection of when the income that you're going to bring in the house and what bills are need to be paid. But there's a difference between having a budget and paying bills. Let me say that again. It's the difference between having a budget and paying bills. Having a budget is you telling your money where to go and not your money telling. Paying bills is just your bill showing up and telling you where to put your money. So let's that be clear. Budgeting works for you if it works. If it works, if you work it. So having a budget in place reveals three things. Number one, income shortage. Do you have enough funds to cover your expenses? Number two, are you living above your means, meaning you have more bills than you have money coming in? And then it reveals the biggest one, excessive spending. Excessive spending, meaning you spend more money than you have saving. And excessive spending is a wealth destroyer. You're spending.
The recording has started.
And you're not saving anything. So if you don't have a budget in place, and if you don't like the word budget for tonight's broadcast, we're going to say our wealth plan. This is how you start a realistic wealth plan. It's number one, add up all your income. That means that paycheck, that means your take home, that means after taxes, your net pay, your child support, your alimony, the side hustle, any and everything that comes into your house, that is the money number that you use to cover your expenses. So next is add up all your expenses. Your fixed means fixed expenses is what you pay that amount every month. The mortgage, the car payments, your student loans. And then you add up also your variable expenses. Those are the expenses that fluctuate from the usage. It might not be the same each and every month. So you have to add those up, and then you subtract it. So here you go. You add up all your expenses, you add up all your income, and you subtract it, and that's your budget. But it takes up to 120 days to really have a realistic budget for your household. So it's more than plug and play. You have to have strategic where you want to put money, because every single dollar that comes into your hand must have an assignment. Every single dollar must have assignment into your budget. And so I wanted to take up on two things about concerning your budget. You must, in your budget, if you're not already automatically saving, going into an account, you need to pay yourself first. In your budget, if you don't, it should be number one. If you tithing should be first, and then second should be savings before you even pay any other bill. Savings, having a savings plan creates, it distances you from creating new debt, and also be able to invest in other things to help you build wealth. So you have to have a savings and plan. Either you're going to commit to paying yourself a solid dollar amount, or by percentage. You must begin to save first. Also, let's talk about your variable expenses, those that you have control over. They go up and down from month to month. But look at the ones that you do have control over, that you actually have to go to the store, like the grocery store, the clothing, gas. Those are things that you actually physically have to go to the store and spend money on it. So you have the power to control those variable expenses. But like I said, a budget works, but you have to work the plan. And if your budget is not helping you build wealth, it's keeping you broke. If your budget is not helping you build wealth, it is keeping you broke. So here are some strategies that are going to help you, for time's sake, of how to have a realistic budget to help you keep afloat. Is number one, get a clear understanding about your goals and keep them visible. A good financial goal will keep you focused. It will keep you focused, and you have to have them visible. Put them in high traffic areas in your house, so that every time you walk out your front door, you know why you're going out the door, because you have a financial goal in place to meet. Number two, track your spending. When you track your spending and have a spending, it gives you it shows you where all the money holes in your budget is. When you track your spending, at the end of the month, you can say, wow, I spend my money on this, this, and this, and this. So you must track your spending. Also, number three, pay with cash. It's so hard to pay because you don't want to release that money. But bigger thing, get big bills. It's hard to break $100 bills. But once you pay in cash, it will start to hurt, because it's easy to swipe that plastic because you don't see it right away. Number three, get an accountability partner. I'm an awesome accountability partner. But get a accountability partner that's not afraid to tell you no when they see you spending on things that are not helping you build wealth. And be around like-minded people that's on one accord that want to see you build wealth. Remember, if you are spending, you're not saving so you can invest to build wealth. And number four, you have to be consistent. You have to continue to have a budget date night. That means you have to continue to do it. Remember, it takes up to 120 days to really have a budget that works for you. So again, if your budget is not helping you build wealth, then it's keeping you broke. You need to have a clear understanding is how much money you have coming in the house and how much money that you have going out the house. And you have to have tight control over that. You have the power. You are the CEO of your family, and you have the power to do so. But you have to have the right mindset. You have to have some affirmation. You have to have some positivity going on in your spirit. It comes all within. If you think that you can't, you can't. If you think that you can, you can. So here are some 3 action steps that I wanted you to take away from you tonight. Number one, check your budget if you have one in place, and see if you have more wants than needs in your budget. Number two, if you haven't begun to pay yourself first tonight, Start tonight, save at least $5. $5 over a course of time will add up. 5, 10, 15, 20. It will add up. And number 3, if you've been taking the hit and paying late fees and overdraft charges, let's begin tonight to move forward so you can use that money to save, so you can invest and build wealth. A budget works if you work it. So I pray, because we're going to move on to the next person, but I pray what I share with you all tonight give you some insight on how budgeting can help you build wealth. To share my gratitude with everyone attending tonight, live video summit. I'm offering a free chapter of my book, 5 Easy Steps to Take Control of Your Money, one step at a time. All you have to do is go to bit.ly/BillShawnHayes. And I'll look forward to connecting with you next week to follow up and see if I can help you in any way. Thank you, and take care.
Awesome. So, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. That was our first panel expert, Shawn, talking about your budget. Guys, make sure that you have your pen and paper to take notes, because I know that we're going to give you actionable item to take away. We want you to, once you get off this call, to make sure that you are taking actions. It's 4 of us on this call tonight, so you should be able to put in practice something from each and every one of us, and we're giving you the nuggets to help you stack your coins. So the next person now is going to be my savings coupon extraordinary. Take it away, Joy.
Hi, thank you, Shawn. That was excellent. It was amazing. You were speaking my language, or I should say my new language. And so thank you, Odetta, for inviting me to be on this great panel of experts. I am so honored to be here tonight to speak to you guys. Let me introduce myself. So I'm Joy Voltaire. I'm a certified teacher. I'm a blogger, author, and couponing coach. And so I get really excited and I'm motivated to help mothers and families as a whole to understand how to use coupons to strategically shop and cut their grocery bills in half. And so I'm so happy to share that with you on tonight. So tonight I want to speak directly to beginners. I love beginners because I know that they don't understand what coupons can actually really do for you. They're actually helping me cut my debt in half. Yes, it's that serious. And so I get excited to talk to beginners, as well as those of you who haven't even considered using coupons as a saving strategy. And so those are the people who I'm focusing on tonight. Those of you who already know about coupon, hopefully you grab a few nuggets as well. So imagine, you can close your eyes and do this. I like interaction. I'm very animated. You can close your eyes and imagine you have the ability to cut back on your grocery bills or on things that you purchase every day that you need in your household. I'm talking laundry detergent, dish detergent, food, soap, shampoo, feminine products, okay? Just imagine that if you're not already doing so, but imagine even if you're doing so, you have the ability to do even greater or get deeper discounts as well. Imagine that, okay? And so if someone gave you the opportunity or information about how to do it, would you take advantage of it? Or would you say, I don't have the time, or I'm too busy? Because that's what I often hear. And so what I want you to think about today is, what are you willing to change? Are you ready to change the way you think about shopping? And so I'm here to help you do so. And what I want to do today, or tonight, this evening, is focus on 5 key things. 5 key things that you need to get an understanding of when it comes to strategic couponing. I know a lot of people, they coined the phrase extreme couponing from the show, and I'm not a big fan, only because they're allowed to bend the rules and do some things just for TV that you may not be able to do. And I like to speak to people at their level. So if you're a busy mom or entrepreneur or dad, or you're a stay-at-home mom or dad, or you're somebody who has, maybe somewhere in between that amount of time, I like to speak your language and speak to you, because we all can do it at different levels. And you don't have to have extreme behavior like on the show in order to experience extreme savings. And so one of the 5 things I want to talk to you about tonight is the sales cycle. It's very important and key. And I'm going to slow it down, but I want to make sure that I'm getting out of the way for the next excellent speaker. But the sales cycle is key. You want to understand what the rock bottom price is. Actually, let me go back and say there's a 6 to 8 week sales cycle at each grocery store. Okay. And so they take the time, and they have marketers and different people to figure all this out and do this. So why not? Why not have you take the time or learn about how you can figure out some strategies to go ahead and save as well too, because they have strategies to make money, and so I want to teach you ways to save it. And so there's a 6 to 8 week sales cycle when each item will drop to its rock bottom price. Yes, on average. I know we live in different areas. On average, and there's different rules for each store and different things going on, but this isn't on average. And so once you get a general understanding of the sales cycle, that's what I teach in my courses. I want you to pay attention to what's on sale and when it's on sale. You can even do something like keep a price book. Start paying attention to when you purchase meat and things like that, especially that don't have a lot of coupons. When is it at its lowest? So what's the least you've ever paid for it? And start tracking that. Also, other items. See what? Okay, I purchased cereal and it was really high this time, and then I noticed 3 to 4 weeks later it was much lower or much more reasonable. So that's your sales cycle. Okay, and so that's point number 1. I'm going to move along, and I'm going to hit on point number 2. I want you to pay attention. I should have called this the point system. I don't know why I called it strategy. The store's policy. Each store has their own policy, and so you want to know: do they double coupons? On what days do they double coupons? And if you don't know about doubling coupons, I'm so sorry. I can't break down every single thing, but again, I'll give you some information at the end where you can contact me and follow me on other platforms. But doubling coupons, which days do they do it? How, when, where? You want to know all that. How many coupons do they accept per transaction? Because yes, your coupon tells you some certain things, but then your store has their own rules and regulations. And you want to be able to know this without stressing out and reading all through the policy, which you can get at your customer service desk and or online for most stores, okay? And you want to know even how do they handle overage? How do they handle it when you have money that you should get back? Do they put it in your hand? Does it roll over to your cart? Does it pay some of your taxes off on your items? Does it pay some of your items off? Okay, so these are things we need to think about. And so they're very important. And so let's move on to number 3, and we're going to talk about how coupons work to your advantage, okay? So let's just keep it real. I'm just going to keep it real how I talk. Coupons are my friend. And so I want you to make coupons your friend. Yes, I want you to get to know them just like you would in any other relationship or friendship. Get to know how to read them, like understand them, literally learn them. I teach how to read a coupon because a lot of people don't understand that can make or break your transaction. It can tell you whether or not you're going to get something for 50 cents for free. It can change your whole, not just on that one item, but it can change your whole transaction. And so you want to learn how to read and understand your coupons. Number four, you want to learn how to match your coupons to sales. And it may sound so easy. It's so much easier said than done. But just like I said, there's a system. There is this process and a strategy for all this. And I even teach in 2-hour workshops. And sometimes I don't get through every single detail. But there's a lot of systems in place that you need, that they have in place, I should say. And so you need to understand them so that you can. It's not that you're getting over on them. It's not that you're getting around them, but you're just understanding them so you can maximize your savings potential, okay? That's all you're doing. I don't teach you anything illegal. I don't teach you to do anything that's going to harm or make them change the policies because of couponers. And so understanding how to match that rock bottom price that we're looking for from the sales cycle to that coupon is imperative, okay? Where to find the coupons, all of these things is part of matching up your sales and your coupons. Overall, what does the price look like? All of these things. So importance, number 5, the importance of building a stockpile is number 5. And so you want to know, like somebody might be saying, well, what is a stockpile? You might be brand new to this language. Yes, there's a lingo and a language to couponing. And so a stockpile is basically your emergency plan, okay? And I'm going to check my time because I know I love to run my mouth. Okay, I'm good on time. Your stockpile is your emergency plan. It's your backup plan. Not ring the fire alarm bell emergency, but just so that you don't run out to the store and overspend. Guess what? You just found out you ran out of bath tissue, toothpaste, something you absolutely need, your essentials in your household. You're going to go out and get it. I mean, if not tonight, by tomorrow. And so you don't want to be in a rush. You don't want to rush out and overpay for these items. And in fact, even if you have a plan, sometimes you overpay if you don't have a stockpile. A stockpile is your non-perishable supplies, mostly non-perishable, that you build up over time and you wait for that next, remember, 6 to 8 week sales cycle. So you got to get enough to last you 6 to 8 weeks at least, however much your family uses, you need that stockpile so that you don't overspend. So now you already got it at the rock bottom price, so you don't want to overspend, so you'll defeat the purpose. Like Shawn was just talking about budgeting. So you already have it in your budget, right? You have it in your budget. You budget out. Hopefully your shopping trips are in your budget. You planned it out, and then by next month you shouldn't have to go over your budget. In fact, if you're strategically couponing, after Shawn helped you create that budget, you're going to be under it for shopping, and she's going to be proud of you because you're actually going to spend less each time as your stockpile begins to grow. Now, I don't want any hoarders on here. I don't want you starting to hoard. I just want you to build a stockpile of things that you need, okay? And so those are the 5 key things that I wanted to focus on, but I want to end with something that I want to offer you guys. This is my freebie. I know everybody who loves to coupon or wants to learn a coupon, you speak that language of free. Freebie, free 99, free is for me, free is for you, all that good stuff, right? And so so I want you to know that I'm giving out this. It's a guide, and if you go, let me just say that ahead of time before I forget. If you go to trendysavingsdiva.com and sign up for my newsletter where I give tips and tricks and freebies on how to save on your grocery shopping as well as other strategic shopping tips, you can just sign up for the email and you're going to get my stockpiling guide list. And so you're saying, well, how will this help me? And how does this tie into some of the things you were saying? Well, in one column on the list, it's going to tell you the price that you should pay on average, because we all live in different states and regions, but on average, the price you should pay before coupons to stock up, and then the price you'll pay after coupons. Now, some of you might be saying, well, how is this going to help me? It's great to know. Now, if you need further information or help as far as how to do all these things and get to these prices, you can also stay on my website and go and look for my upcoming events and or email me at joy@trendysavingsdiva.com. So here's your freebie so I can get on out of here and get you ready for your next speaker, because I'm excited too. I've been taking notes. Here's your freebie. You're going to get the stockpiling guide. And again, in one column, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you look under household and you need laundry detergent or 24 loads or larger, somewhere around that area, and you're saying, well, what should I be paying for it? Well, before a coupon, on average, you should be paying, and don't get blown away by this, those of you who don't know, 99 cents to $3.99. And I'm talking whether it's Tide, Gain, or we'll go and drop all the way down to Ajax, which none of them are generics. They're all brand names. But honestly, I thought generic shopping was cheaper, but I'm going to tell you guys, it's cheaper to use coupons and buy brand names, okay? And so 99 cents to $3.99 on average. And then after a coupon, 88 cents to $1.99 to stock up. So if you're somewhere way off from those numbers, or if you're somewhere near those numbers, great, good job, proud of you. If you're way off, please go to trendysavingsdiva.com, get this guide. I have a whole list. It's about 3 to 4 pages. It's a freebie for you just for joining us tonight, and it's going to tell you where you're going right and wrong, maybe, okay? And so get that list. Also, you can check out upcoming events to see where I have a few webinars and things coming up online really closely on January 31st for my newbies and beginners. I want to thank you guys for your time. I hope you were able to take away or walk away with something from those tips or strategies on what you should be looking out for and how you can dictate the sales and not let the stores dictate sales to you. And so thank you again. Odetta, I'm turning it back over to you guys.
Awesome. Guys, can I just tell you that I'm learning so much, okay? Joy. I'm learning so much because I'm one of those people. By the way, time out, because I'm getting some comments from Facebook. I'm also getting comments from Periscope. Guys, thank you so much for joining. To join the conversation, to join the party, make sure you click on the link on Periscope. Make sure you click the link on Facebook. Click on the link. This way you can have the registration and you can actually log in and be on the computer and see us live as we do the presentation, okay? So, hey Patrice, thanks for hopping on. Welcome guys, welcome. Again, those of you that are on Facebook, please do me a favor, share it out. If you want to see the actual live video summit, click on the link. It's going to sign you up and you'll get the registration link to actually watch the live video summit. Those of you on Periscope, thank you guys so much for joining. The link is in the bio on Periscope. Just click on the link because I know you guys have been asking questions and I can't really chat with you right now, but just click on the link on Periscope. The link is in the bio. This way you guys can join the room, be in the live video summit, and watch us do our thing. So I think we have, let's see. This is wonderful information. Woo woo! Thank you guys so much for all the feedback. Again, those of you who are on Periscope, on Facebook, click the link. Join the live video summit. This way you can interact with us. You can put your comments in the chat and we can fill it out and answer you. I'm one of those people that, I love couponing, but I always go for the generic brand, right? I didn't even know. So I'm learning stuff. Joy just told us, screw the generic brand. You got your coupons. Listen, you can get the brand. You can get the brand stuff. So I'm learning stuff here myself. Okay, so guys, make sure you are taking notes. Get out your piece of paper. Get out your notepad. Get your pen and write stuff down because we need you to walk away here tonight with things that you're going to implement to help you stack these coins. And up next, we have the Creditnista, our girl Nativa, who's going to bring it to you. If your credit is jacked up, she'll help you and give you some pointers how to streamline stuff. So Nativa, take it away. Nativa, are you there?
Me now?
Now we cannot. Oh, okay, good. Awesome.
Just talking. I was saying thank you for having me on. And I have heard Shawn be the bomb.com before. This is my first time hearing Joy, and she is phenomenal. I'm also a generic brand buyer when I want to save a little bit. So I might have to get into this couponing thing if it can save me some more coins. As you mentioned, I am the Frugal Creditnista. I empower women over 30 to master their money, destroy their debts, and soar their credit scores. Our own MNHFinancialServices.com. And I'm excited to be here because I want to give you some pointers on how to make your credit great again. We are talking about wealth building, building up wealth, and I want to take this from a different perspective and teach you how to build credit or leverage credit in order to invest in wealth building opportunities. And this is going to lead straight into what you're going to learn about next, which is real estate investing. So I've gone to a lot of wealth and empowerment conferences, and very rarely do they focus on credit. You'll hear about money management, you'll hear about investing, you'll hear about stocks, you'll hear about real estate. But for some reason, credit gets a bad name because they assume that you have to be in debt or bad debt or consumer debt in order for you to have a great credit score. One of the things that I always like to say, credit may not be optional, but the debt is. What do I mean by that? Well, credit is used for everything. A job, insurance, cell phones, utilities, credit cards, obviously, apartment hunting, okay? That means you haven't even gotten to the point where you're ready to purchase and get a loan. You're just looking for a place to rent for the moment. So literally, everything is centered in the American economy around credit. So I'll give you my personal story, and then I'll tell you how you can give you some pointers on how you can start using your credit to actually leverage into some wealth building opportunities. I personally have soared my credit scores over 200 points in 18 months. What had happened was I have been a realtor in Illinois for over 13 years, and the economy crashed, and it happened to crash at a time where I was just diagnosed with cervical cancer, just notified that I was pregnant with my first son, didn't really have a grasp on how I was going to tackle some of these, the new market that was going on in real estate. So my main bread and butter was taking a hit, and I had done absolutely nothing, going back on Shawn, to number one, properly manage the blessings that God had blessed me with, okay, as far as the bomb.com money I was making in real estate. Number two, I was not implementing any saving strategies that Joy mentioned, even though she talked about it from a couponing aspect. She mentioned how she was using the savings to pay off a lot of debt. That's not something that came to my mind. Number three, I did not take care of my credit. So yes, in real estate, helping other people with their credit, and I wasn't taking care of my own. Instead, I was thinking about the end game, which was, I should say, the immediate game, which was simply closing the house and getting the funds. What did I miss out on? Number one, by not having my credit together, I missed out on the opportunity to tackle my debt faster. What does that mean? That means that when you have a good credit score and you happen to have an amount of debt that you want to get out of, whether it's student loan debt, whether it is consumer credit card debt, whether it's a personal loan, whether it's a home, whether it's a card, you have the ability with good credit to be able to have a bomb.com interest rate in addition to a bomb.com terms. Okay? And not only that, if you are at the point where your score is down here, when you get that loan, by the time you build it up, you then are able to access better credit through refinancing, better credit through balance transfer, better credit by consolidating with a personal loan. That means that you're saving money. Okay, remember we talked about savings again, and you're also getting better terms, so you're able to be an advantage where you are able to now put more money towards the principal, the main bulk of the debt, versus all of that interest. Number two, I love my cash back. I remember when my credit first got bomb.com and I was able to get a cash back reward. So imagine if you were able to couple that with some bomb budgeting, couple that with your couponing and your savings, and then be able to leverage credit so that you can now get cash back for things that you are buying anyway. And with those budgeting skills, you know that you will not carry over the debt to another billing cycle. As soon as you get that statement, you are going to what? Pay that card off in full because you've already budgeted for the purpose. I love my cash back. Okay, number three, you can leverage credit to build wealth by developing great spending habits. I just talked about that a little bit. But when you are working on leveraging credit to build health, having those spending habits on point with the bomb credit score allows you to be able to invest in real estate. Invest in investment properties. So we're not just talking about your personal home, but leveraging to invest in investment properties as well as far as rental income. And we all know that real estate is like one of the number one ways that a lot of people are creating wealth, are building millions. And excellent credit allows you to do that. Number four, business. When you are starting a business, one of the number one things that I do when I work with business professionals is see if they are taking the steps to build business credit as well as their personal credit. I see so many advertisements that state, hey, we want to help you build your business credit despite or irregardless of what your personal credit looks like. You're a business owner. That means you're a boss. So as a boss, you want both your personal and your business household. I often call my business a second household because it comes with expenses like my household. You want both of your households to be on point credit-wise, budgeting-wise, money-wise. So yes, you can build business credit without your personal credit, but why in the world would you allow your personal household to not be as bomb.com and financially secure as your business household? You want both to be on point. And when you are able to get to the point where you want those higher income brackets of funding so that you can expand and grow your business and be more of a servant to your community and the people who follow you and the people who crave and desire and want your product or service, guess what? They're going to look at your personal credit. They want to know that you at least have a 640, at least a 640. But if you come in that bad boy to the table with a 720 or above, and your business credit has been well established, and you've shown that you can pay things on time and you're responsible, you are not only going to get a phenomenal rate, but you're not going to have to go through the circles of those who have bad credit and are just relying on their business expenses and their business payment history. So those are the ways that I have personally used my credit, and I want to talk to you guys about, let me see how many minutes I got, talk to you guys about how you can take the initial steps to get your credit on point, how you can make your credit great again. Number one, I mentioned this a little bit, you must pay on time. You must. That feeds into the FICO scoring system more than anything on the face of the planet. Number two, you want to keep your balances super duper low. Yes, you may be awarded a $300 credit card, $1,000, $10,000, $30,000, but you want to keep those charges under 10%. My money spot is between 3 to 7% tops. Just because you have it doesn't mean you have to use it. Remember, credit is not optional, but the debt is. Number three, you have to know what you're looking at. Monitor your credit report often. And if you don't know what your credit entails or how to read that report, and I'm telling you, all of them are different with the codes and the letters and the 30 days and 60 days, and it can be quite confusing, which is why I'm offering you a freebie. Here's my freebie. My freebie is going to spend 5 days with you in breaking down your credit report. I'm literally going to have different credit reports in front of me, and I'm going to tell you how to decipher every section, the personal information and data section, how to read that, why it's important, why you want that to be your first step. You're going to look over the actual account history information. The account history, sometimes it's called an account summary, and that lets you know exactly what's in your report and allows you to be able to pinpoint exactly where you want to go when you're looking to increase it. Then we're going to go into the payment history. This is like the heartbeat of your credit report because that's what information is calculated the most when any scoring model, including the BOSS FICO, is going in to determine your credit score. So I'm going to teach you how to read that part, how to look at the legend, what that legend means, some tips on how you can identify errors on a negative information, because if you eliminate that negative information, what happens? You're increasing the positive history that they're calculating, and that's going to increase your scores. We're also going to go over inquiries. We're going to go over credit mix and how that helps your report. So it's a really great 5-day challenge, and it's literally, like I said, going to spend 5 days breaking down every single point. And at the end of it, you'll be able to join my Facebook group, where we'll take it a step further. Once a month on Mondays, we have prosperity calls where we go in and we talk about credit, we talk about budgeting, we talk about real estate, we talk about savings, we talk about everything you can possibly imagine in order to complete your wealth cycle. Because credit is just a piece of it. It's a very significant piece of it, but it's still a part of your entire wealth building cycle. And we're also going to have dispute letters in there, budgeting forms, and everything you can possibly imagine to support you in building wealth from the bottom up. All right, I think I kept my time. And I believe we're going to have Q&As after as well in case you guys have any additional questions. And thanks again. And the link is bit.ly/understand my credit. I know that it's going to be sent out to you guys as well so that you can sign up for it. bit.ly/understand my credit.
Awesome. Joy. I mean, Nativa, you could, okay, great. Awesome. Guys, let me tell you, like I'm learning so much, and I'm going to keep repeating. I hope you guys have your notepads and your pen and you're jotting down, because even me, I'm learning stuff here tonight. Okay. Even me, I'm learning. So make sure that you have your pens and your paper. We are flooded with inquiries, and I'm going to field some of them. Obviously we cannot for time purposes. But someone is asking for Nativa to repeat the part before that talks about increasing your credit score. So if you did not hear it well, not a problem. This call is recorded, and so we will be emailing it after the live summit has ended. Also, on the email that you guys are going to be receiving tonight, we'll also have each and every one of us freebie. This way you can take advantage of all these additional free resources to help you in your specific areas. Okay, so not to worry if you did not hear the part that talks about how to increase her score. Jawari, thanks for submitting your question in the chat field. Guys, if you have any questions, again, those of you that are on Facebook, we cannot field your questions there. Those of you that are watching us on Periscope, thank you guys so much for participating and watching us on both platforms. But you definitely, if you want to get your questions fielded, make sure you click on the link, sign up. This way you can be in the live video summit and you can submit your questions in the chat section. Okay. Can inquiries be removed from your credit? Okay, so we'll talk. I'm gonna have the call go back to, and normally we don't do this, but just because you guys have questions and we do have time, Nativa, if you want to, someone is asking a question about can inquiries be removed from your credit report? If you want to just fill that question, and then we'll move it because we can't keep going back and forth. We need to keep it going. So the question is, can inquiries be removed from your credit report? And then do they usually remove them? And then the other question was, can she repeat the part right before that will increase your scores? Like what increases your score? So just fill those two questions and then I'll take it over again.
Perfect. Okay, so paying on time increases your credit score. So there are 5 points to the FICO scoring model. You don't want to follow any other scoring model but FICO. Like that's like the boss, especially if you're looking for home ownership, if you're looking for investing in real estate. I mean, FICO is it. So paying on time. You definitely want to pay everything on time. And typically a lender looks at the past 2 years, maybe 3, depending on the amount that you're borrowing. So even if you're not doing that great now, just make a plan for the next 3 years. I need to, Shawn, get my budget on, okay? So that I can ensure that everything that's reporting on my credit report is paid on time, okay? Number 2, you want to keep the balances super duper low. Those are like the main 2 things that can boost your credit scores. And one of the tips that I'll tell you tonight before I take on the inquiry question, because I know we have to get to some awesome real estate investing information, is that when I am looking to sort a person's credit scores in like 30 to 60 days or less, the number 1 place I look for is utilization. Utilization looks at the balance primarily on your revolving, aka credit card accounts, in relation to the limits that you receive. So if you have a $1,000 credit card and you spent $600, that means you have a 60% utilization, which is crazy high. You never want that. But if you have a $1,000 credit card and you spent like $30, $50, that is how I soar credit scores in a minimum amount of time. I focus on that because when you're disputing, attempting to get negative information, that can take 30, 45 days, 3 months. But when you're looking to do it right away, you got to focus on something that's going to report in like 2 weeks, a day, 5 days. Utilization is so important when it's about increasing your credit scores quickly. And I talk about that in a free challenge that you guys are going to get in your emails. Now, let me talk on inquiries. With inquiries, yes, they can be removed, but they only stay on your credit for a year. And after 6 months, they are hardly factoring into your scores. In the real estate industry, lenders call inquiries the 5th factor, meaning that's the last thing they look at. Now, for credit cards or something like that, kind of like a not so high of a limit that you're getting in relation to a house, it may hold more weight. But when you're talking about a home mortgage, remember, I've been a realtor for 13 years, so these are mostly the people that I assist, those who are looking for a home or looking to start a business. Inquiries are a 5th factor. So instead of looking at something that's less than 10% calculated into your FICO scores, I will pay more attention to the 35%, which is your payment history. That's where the disputing high priority negative information comes into play to see if you can find errors and get them removed. And also your utilization, which is 30%. Add them together, that's 65% of how your scores are calculated. So by focusing on the big part of that yummy FICO pie and then making your way to the inquiries and then making your way to the credit mix, you're going to find a larger boost in your credit scores. But yes, honey, they can be removed. They absolutely can if you must. And yeah, I'll also give you some tips on a different type of inquiries that report and all that good stuff when you take the free challenge. So that was quick.
Awesome. Thank you so much for filling that question, guys. As you have more questions, just make sure you're putting them in the chat box and we'll try to respond to 1 or 2 of them, because obviously if you are asking questions, I mean, we're glad that you're engaging. And oh, awesome. She said thanks, by the way. We know that this is really good content that you're absorbing. So again, just to recap, because I know we have quite a few people on Periscope, quite a few people on Facebook. Thank you guys so much for joining on both platforms. But if you do want to participate, make sure you hop over, click the link in the bio on Facebook, click the link in the bio on Periscope. You'll be you can register and you'll get the link to join the live video summit, because I know some of you are watching on Facebook and you're probably like, you know, feeling kind of left out, but the party is on the live video summit, so do click on the link. Hey Samantha, thanks for joining. Click on the link and this way you guys can be in the live video summit and you can fill your questions and you can see us, okay? You can see the speakers, because right now you can't really see the speakers. So we're talking about building wealth from the ground up. My name is Odetta King, and now it's my turn to talk about building wealth from the ground up. So far we've had amazing 3 speakers. We had Shawn that kicked it off with your budget, okay, because we all need the numbers. We need to know what these numbers are and then work from there. Then we had the extraordinary, the wonderful coupon expert, who I didn't even know, because here I am trying to save money and I'm like picking up the generic stuff, right? Like I'm going for the generic stuff because I'm trying to stack these coins. Now she's telling me, listen, honey, you need to start couponing and get these coupons and get the brands. I'm going to get better stuff for the same money or less. So you know what? coupon it is. So I'm going to be in her coupon class stacking these coupons. I'm going to be stacking these coupons to stack more coins. And then, of course, we had Netiva that talked about all about credit. And I don't know about you, but a lot of us, not myself, but a lot of us have bad credit. So she was able to give you guys some nugget, and she's also offering a 5-day freebie, which is going to help you with your credit stuff. So if you are doing great, awesome. If you know someone credit who's jacked up, or it's not the greatest, share this video live summit with them. This way they can sign up and also get all this good delicious information. So who am I? For a lot of you that have been following some of us on the platform, or those who are going to be watching on replay, those who are going to be catching us for the first time, my name is Odetta King with OdettaKing.com. I come out Monday through Friday on Facebook and Periscope, and I drop these dimes to help you catch these coins. I'm the person responsible for putting together this live video summit with some of my amazing boss chicks who are all over the USA. None of them are in New York, and we all connected via social media. So this just goes to show you the power of live streaming. You've got to be on live streaming. If you've got a business, if you want to promote yourself, or if you've got something that you want the world to know, you need to be on live streaming, because I connected with all of these ladies and none of them live in New York. I've never met any of them face to face, and this is all through the power of live streaming. Okay, I just had to put that out there. So my name is Odetta King. I teach several different business courses. I am an adjunct professor here in New York. I have 2 businesses, and I am a boss, aka entrepreneur. I help you to stack your coins. If you've got skills, I help you to take your skills, service others, find people that needs you, and help you to get coins for your skills. So 73%, okay? 73%, or 3 out of 4 Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. The stats are alarming, and I don't even need to talk about the stats. We know. Look to your right, look to your left. We are struggling. We are living paycheck to paycheck. Paycheck to paycheck. Somebody that you know, because 3 out of 4 people, or 3 out of 4 Americans, are living paycheck to paycheck. And this is just a fact. Why they're living paycheck to paycheck? Couple of reasons. I'm going to give you 3. They're living above their means. You're working for $5 and you're spending $10. You're living above your means. 2, impulse shopping. You buying everything and anything under the sun just because it's cute or it's cheap or whatever. You're living that YOLO syndrome. Gotta live once. Lastly, back to Nativa, your credit. These people are giving you credit cards and you're thinking, woo woo, free money. Let me just rack it up and start spending. No. So you've mismanaged your credit. You've ruined your credit. You're living above your means, and you're doing impulse shopping. So let me backtrack. How did I get into all of this? I am a corporate hotel exec. I teach several different business courses at university level. I have a phenomenal 6-figure job. So how did I end up here? Guess what? With all the skills, all the knowledge, I was fired. Yes, fired from several different jobs. Several different jobs. Had nothing to do with my ability, had nothing to do with my experience, had nothing to do with, things just happen, right? Things just happen. They're laying off, they're cutting costs, they're restructuring, because I'm in a very high-end corporate group of hotels. So every time we have a new takeover or a new management or a new ownership, guess what? They bring their own new team of people. Standard procedures, right? Standard procedures. So I've been let go several different times. And then it kind of occurred to me the first and the second time that, oh my God, that was my one paycheck. Like, I'm making 6 figures. I'm doing awesome. I have the corner office, but yet still I'm fired. And then I have to go through the whole cycle of being unemployed, go to unemployment office, get unemployment for like 3 to 6 months while I look for another job. Now, I was always able to find another job, but the what really stuck with me is just going through that cycle, right? And having one source of income, like it messes with your psyche. It messes with your psyche. You start questioning yourself, like, why am I always being let go? Why did I get fired? Like, why they couldn't keep me? And then you go into like a depression stage, and then you're sad, and then you got to go through the whole job interview process. And I'm like, but you know what? That's because I had all my eggs in one basket. I have one source of income. So I started saying, you know what? I need to have more than one source of income. This way, if I get fired from my 9 to 5, guess what? I've got other stuff going on for me. So I'm not tripping. I'm just going to go through the motion, take a vacation, enjoy my downtime, and look for another job. And money is still coming in. This is where the birth of my business came about, because I realized a lot of us have one source of income. A lot of us are living paycheck to paycheck. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you got one source of income, guess what? When you lose that one source of income, whether it be 6 or 7 figure, you are in shambles, because you are used to making money. You are used to spending money. You are used to living a certain comfortable lifestyle because you have all this money coming in. And then once it's gone, holy crap, no, you got to back it up. You got to spend less. You got to watch your money and all this extra stuff. So I decided to do more than one thing. So the bottom line is, what I'm here to tell you tonight is, if nothing else, my part of this presentation is, you've got to learn ways to earn more money. It's not enough for you to depend on one job. It's not enough for you to go to that one job and get that one paycheck, because you could be out of a job today, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, next 5 years. Like, it happens. It happens. So you've got to learn how to earn more than one income. And the quickest way to do it is, if you've got skills, that's one way that you can easily level up and earn multiple streams of income. Okay? You can easily do that. So it is so easy to start doing these, monetizing your skills and making more money. But the number one reason, there's several reasons why people are not doing it. Why? One, they say they don't have time, which is BS. Two, they're afraid of failure. And I get it, because I was afraid too. I get it. A lot of us are afraid, and we are going to continue being afraid. We're afraid of rejection. We're afraid of failure. We're afraid of starting new stuff. Okay? 3, you don't have an idea, or you don't know what to do. That's okay. The point is, start. You don't have an idea, or you don't know what to do. That's what's holding you back. And number 4, we keep telling ourselves we don't have money. I don't have money to start something, or I don't have money to do this, or I don't have money. So all of these 4 factors is crippling you. Meanwhile, you're going to work and you're getting that one paycheck, and you're leaving yourself vulnerable. You're leaving yourself exposed, because if they fire you or pull that cushion, nice job rug under your foot, guess what? Your whole world is going to be upside down. So the solution, the solution to this is to start your own business. Start your own side hustle. Whatever you are good at, start doing something with that skill set. And it's so freaking easy today. If you don't even need a business plan. You don't need a business plan. As long as you have a phone, you have a computer, you have Wi-Fi, you have a skill, that's it. Like, those are the basics for you to get started. You don't need all this extra stuff, because the goal is to start making money. Even if it's $20, $100, $200, and you keep going and going and going. And the more you at it, you keep going from there. But you got to start somewhere. Right? And guess what? Social media has made it super, super freaking simple for us. This is why I opened my presentation with me connecting with all 4 of these ladies, and none of them are in New York. None of them. The power of social media. If you are not on social media and you know you want to have a business, you know you want to have a side hustle, you need to be on social media tonight. Open a Facebook page and be on social media. Even if you don't have anything right now, just have a Facebook page and start building an audience. Start building a following, because you know in 6 months, in 9 months, in 1 year, guess what? You're going to have something to sell, or you're going to have a product, or you're going to have your product or service or your brand or something to promote, because this is why you're here. You got to have more than one source of income. Okay. So what are you going to do? You're going to focus on your strengths. So my 3 takeaway, actually there's a lot that I've just said already, but the other thing that I want you to focus on tonight is big picture. Big picture. You got to leave this place knowing that, you know what? I need to start thinking how I can make more money. My 1 paycheck is good, but I need to start thinking how I can make more money, because it's all about making more money. All about making more money. So number 1, what are you going to do? You're going to focus on your strengths, not your weakness. Focus on your strengths. What are you good at? Everybody is good at something, especially if you're going to a job. You got skills, because the job is not going to pay you. They're not going to pay you if you ain't got skills. You're doing something right already. And each and every one of you are already doing the work. You just got to find a way how to make money and how to get people to pay you for your skills, because I know you're doing the work already. So 3 things, like I said. 1, focus on your strengths. Yes, Amy, make that money using social media. Focus on your strengths. Everybody has a strength. Everybody has a strength. Focus on your strength. Once you've identified what that strength is, you're going to either create something, you're going to sell something, you're going to teach something. Now, I can't go into all the details because we have another person speaking, but I will be having a free training on Tuesday. To sign up for this free training, all you need to do is go to my website, odetaking.com, odetaking.com, odetaking.com. Click on the events and training tab, and you'll see it's a free training on Tuesday, January 24th, where I'm going to be showing you how you can take your skills and learn how to get paid. That's my part to you, and now I'm going to turn it over back to the real estate guru, who's going to continue it on. Thank you guys so much for joining. Again, those of you on Periscope, Amy, I see you commenting. I can't really address your comment. Those of you on Periscope, those of you on Facebook, make sure you click the link in the bio. This way you can be in the presentation on the live video summit. You can submit your questions in the chat field. And by you signing up, you'll also get a replay, because I know this is a lot of content to take in. If you're not keeping notes, not a problem. Once you sign up, you'll have the recording. You can listen to it over and over and take advantage of all this phenomenal freebie. So next person up is going to be Shaquanna. Thank you guys so much. Shaquanna, take it away. Okay, so it looks like we're having some issues with Shaquanna. Shaquanna, are you there? Shaquanna. Shaquanna, you have to unmute your phone. Unmute your line. Okay, it looks like we're having some issues with our last speaker. Shaquanna, if you're on the call, all you need to do is unmute your line. We're waiting for you. Okay, so we can't hear you, Shaquanna. If you want to send me a message, let me know what is your phone number. Maybe I can try to. Shaquanna, we can't hear you. Unmute your line, because I think that's why we can't hear you. Okay, guys, so I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, guys, I'm not sure what's going on. Looks like we're having some issues with our 5th person talking, who's supposed to do the real estate piece. So at this point, unfortunately, we're gonna have to end the call because we're not able to connect with her. She's having some challenge with her information. So, Shaquanna, if you are, we can't hear you.
Odetta, she said she's speaking. I don't know what.
Yeah, I can't. Can you hear her?
No. She can hear us, but we can't hear
Yeah,
her.
I think her line is muted. Shaquanna, send me a message.
She said, do you have her muted?
What's her number? What is your number? Type your number in the chat. This way I can look for your number and unmute you, because I'm not sure. There's a lot of people on the call, so all the lines are muted. That's why you have to unmute yourself like all the others did. Okay, so let me see if I can find you and unmute you, but you should have been able to unmute yourself. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, we can hear you now. Awesome. Go ahead, Shaquanna.
You had me muted.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. This is Shaquanna Wilson. I'm a real estate agent out of Augusta, Georgia. I'm going to speak on 3 topics tonight. One is going to be about home ownership. The second is going to be about the career opportunity as a real estate agent. And the third, I will be filling in for Shannon, if you still want me to, for the wholesaling section.
Absolutely.
And I'll make that, quick, because she said just really to explain it and, send her email address. So I'll just give you guys a little bit of history about me.
Unmuted.
Born and raised Brooklyn, New York, and the way I got into real estate, of course, you know how expensive it is to live in New York. You're looking at maybe a 1-bedroom at the time when I was there. The 1-bedrooms were probably about $1,300, $1,400 a month. So I knew that was not something that I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I wanted to get into real estate. I was extremely materialistic when I was in New York City. So most of my money, after I paid my bills, I bought shoes, I purchased clothes. My credit was not good. 2007, I think 2006, I left New York. I moved to Raleigh, North Carolina. Then I came to Augusta, Georgia. During the time when I was down south, I started to see more people my age actually owning property, owning real estate. Not so much using their money to purchase clothes, shoes, jewelry. So that made me aspire to get into real estate. What I did was I took the class to get into real estate. I think I failed by 1 point. So it took me a while before I actually went and took the class again. So instead of going and getting licensed as a real estate agent, I started hanging around people that were investing in real estate, wholesaling, and I'll get into that after this section. But I wanted to become a homeowner. I wanted to help people become a homeowner. Basically, every relationship that I had, I think I fixed everyone's credit up. I fixed my credit. I fixed my friend's credit. Everybody started going ahead of me purchasing homes. So I, eventually purchased a home. I started helping people look at what they needed to do in order to purchase a home. Some people I felt like I had to convince, what was the difference between renting and what was the difference between buying a home, actually owning a home. And I'll give you guys a couple of reasons why I believe it is important to actually own renting. One of the reasons is the tax benefit. You don't get a tax benefit from renting an apartment. You don't get a tax benefit from, anything that goes into renting an apartment. I believe, this is my personal opinion, it's a waste of money. I left my parents' house as soon as I graduated out of high school, 18 years old. And I think about how much rent I've paid from the time that I was 18 years old up until now. And I could have been halfway paid, through a house right now. So that rent, I would never be able to get that money back. That money did not go to anything investment-wise for myself. Another reason that I feel like owning a home is better than renting is because you can do what you want with that property. You can rent it out. You can customize it the way you want to. You don't have to deal with a landlord. You don't have to
pay for repairs when you damage their house. You don't have to worry about getting evicted from something and, you're not getting any type of benefit from it. Another reason, owning a home forces you to save. It's so-called forced savings is an argument that's widely held. Since homeowners have to pay their mortgage every month, it's basically going into a savings for you. Later on, you get to collect equity in your own property. You're putting money away into your house. You're not taking that money and you're buying materialistic things that's not going to have any value later on. So instead of squandering in new shoes or fancy meals, you're putting it into something that's going to be, build wealth for you later in the future. When you pay off your house, the house belongs to you. You can rent it out. You can sell it. It may appreciate in value, but there are costs to ownership. Those costs benefit you because, again, it's not an apartment. That property belongs to you. Home ownership can also help build a second income. Some people don't purchase a home so that they can live in it. Some people purchase it to become an investment property. They want to travel around, have the freedom, not being stuck in one place. And that's an argument that I get a lot when some people say that they would rather not own. Well, you don't have to purchase a home so that it can be your primary residence. You can purchase that home so you can keep it in the family. It can build generational wealth. You can rent it out and become the landlord yourself and charge someone else rent, that wants to pay, that prefers to pay rent. You can charge them rent. They'll pay your mortgage off. Another reason, you don't have to worry about a landlord kicking you out, and you do take on a role as a landlord if you decide to invest in real estate. One of the main reasons why I convince people to invest in real estate is because the rent will keep going up. Most places that you move into, you may have to stay there and move out into the next place because that rent will eventually it's affordable, but it will continue to go up. So it makes it unaffordable for you. Then you have to move on to the next place. With your mortgage would not rise. Your mortgage stays the same if you're on a fixed income. A fixed interest rate. So another thing, into purchasing a home, you have to make sure you get with a good lender. I'm not going to go into the mortgage side of it because, that's something that I offer as a consultation, and I actually pair you with a mortgage lender that will explain the different options to you for owning a home. But what I will tell you is that if you're going into a home that you want to use as your primary residence, you want to stick with a fixed rate mortgage because you don't want to worry about, as the mortgage rates fluctuate, will you be paying $100 more this month? Will you be paying, less the next time? But the next thing you know, you'll be paying. You can't afford your mortgage anymore. Make sure I'm still on.
Yep, you are.
Okay. So, one thing I can tell you, a few criteria from the lenders that I deal with, when you're going to get pre-approved for a mortgage, they're going to look at your income, your gross income, not net. It's not the income after your taxes. They're going to look at your gross income, the income that you make before any taxes are taken out. They're going to look at something called a front-end ratio. And what that is, it's a percentage of your yearly gross income that can be dedicated toward paying your mortgage each month. They're going to look at something called a back-end ratio, which is also known as a debt-to-income ratio. Referred to as DTI. That calculates the percentage of your gross income required to cover your debt. So that would include credit card debt, child support, any other outstanding loans, student loans. So if you pay $2,000 each month in expenses and you make $4,000 each month, then your ratio, your debt-to-income ratio is 50%. So that's half of your monthly income is being used to pay off debt. So the bad news is that 50% of an income ratio isn't going to get you that dream home that you want. Your credit rating is another thing that they're going to look at. So one side of the affordability coin is income, then the other side is risk. Mortgage lenders have developed a formula usually to determine the level of risk for a prospective home buyer. The formula varies, but it's generally determined by using the applicant's credit score. So if an applicant with a low credit score can expect to pay a higher rate of interest, also referred to as an annual percentage rate on your loan. Down payment,
most lenders will take, if you have a 580 credit score, the lower that your credit score is, it benefits you to have a larger down payment available for the home. So if you're looking at, say, if you have a 620 credit score, then you're going to get a good interest rate. If you're going FHA, I'm just going to give one of the loan products. If you're going FHA and you have a 620 credit score, then you're okay. But if you're trying to go for a conventional loan and you have a 580, that might not work. You're going to have to put more down. So if you want to save money, it just benefits you to get with someone or try to make sure that your credit and your debt is not higher than your income. It's better just to make sure that your finances are in order before you try to purchase a home, because you want to get the best deal that you can get. You don't want to go into a home, be house poor, and then now you can't afford to stay in your home. And it looks like renting was a better option for you. I know some of the questions that I know people had, it was on real estate investing, not so much home ownership. I didn't see anything specifically for home ownership, but I know I gave the tips on what I believe are the benefits for having a home instead of renting. Usually what I do is, my freebies, I give a free consultation. I actually sit down, I partner with my mortgage lender, and I sit down with someone that is thinking about purchasing a home, and we go over what their financial situation is. We go over what your credit may be. We show you free resources that you can tap into that will help you to fix your finances and your credit. And I actually stay with you the whole way through until you can get into your home. Some realtors, some mortgage lenders, they'll run your credit and they'll say, hey, your credit score is not good enough. Come back to us after you get it up. They don't really give you the tools or let you know what it is that you need to do to qualify for a loan. What I do is I offer that free consultation so that I can help someone that maybe was in my same position a few years ago, didn't know where to turn, and I just step you through and hold your hand, no charge, just to get you into that home. Okay? One of the, I'm going to give you my email address. If you want to get that free consultation, you would email realestatevisionista. That's realestatevisionista@gmail.com. You can look for me on Facebook, Shaquanna McPhatter Wilson, and you can message me, and I can set you up with a day and time to actually do that consultation with you, just to see where you are and let you know where you need to be if you want to purchase a home. The second thing that I want to go into is the real estate opportunity. Again, like I said, I left New York. I came down south. It was not a smooth transition. Like I said, I was very materialistic. I left New York with $30 in my pocket. I had a family member that worked for the airport, and I flew to North Carolina for free. $30 in my pocket. I stayed with a family member of mine, which happened to be a pastor. So while I was there, I just had to reflect on, what I've done, how I kept myself back, and I decided to get into real estate. At the time, the wholesaling part of it. I'll just explain wholesaling to you real quick. Wholesaling is like you're signing a contract to purchase a home, but you're putting a stipulation in that contract saying, hey, I can assign this contract. If I can find somebody within this specified amount of time to assume this contract and actually take over it for me, if I can't find anybody, then the contract is canceled. So what I would do is I would give you an example. I would get a contract on a house that says $100,000. I would do my research. The house is worth $150,000. That house needs $20,000 in repairs. I would take that contract, get that house under contract. I would go and find a cash investor that does not mind purchasing that contract, and I would say $5,000, $10,000. So they'll pay me $105,000, for example. They'll pay me $105,000. They'll pay me $5,000, but they're signing a contract saying that they'll buy that house for $100,000 from the seller. When they buy that house, remember that house needs $20,000 in repairs, and then the house is worth $150,000. So they're going to make a $30,000 profit. I made a $5,000 profit. I did not have to use my own money. I did not have to use my own credit. All I did was play the middleman. I found the house. I found the buyer for the house, I put them together, and I got paid. That's basically real estate wholesaling, where you don't need credit, you don't need cash. You just have to have a little gift of gab. So during that time, I transitioned from North Carolina to Augusta. I got my real estate license. One thing that I can say about having a real estate license, you can do it full-time, you can do it part-time. It can be a side hustle for you, or you can make it to a full-time career. There's many different ways that you can make money in the real estate industry. If you're not that type of outgoing person and say you're more laid back, you don't like getting in front of people, the company that I'm with, which is Keller Williams Realty, for one, you get profit share. For two, I can refer a real estate deal into any state because the company is worldwide. So if I know someone in New York that wants to purchase a home, I can contact a real estate agent in New York that's under my company or any company, and there's a common transaction fee. It's like a referral fee, 25%. So I can refer a house to a real estate agent in New York, and they're going to pay me a 25% referral fee, and I didn't have to do anything but let them know who the person was that was trying to buy a house and refer them to that agent. I made good money just doing that. I made money selling homes on my own, and I also made money signing other people up, recruiting other people from other real estate agencies, and finding people that want to become real estate agents and signing them up under me as a sponsor. The company pays me profit share. So when you're worried about, I don't want to leave my job because I have a 401k, that profit share can easily surpass your 401k because everyone that you sign up, if I sign one person up, I get a profit share from that person. If they sign someone up, I get a profit share from that person. It goes all the way down to the sixth person that they sign up. So imagine if I sign 20 people up and each of those 20 people sign another, 6 people up under them. I get a profit share from the company, not out of their money, but from the company as a thank you, saying that, you referred people to this company, you helped grow this company, we're going to pay you. And I know people that get, as little as $1,000 a month profit share, and it really depends on how good the people that you're signing up are doing. You can have a team. You can have a team of probably 5 people, and you assign each one of them to be a buyer's agent, a seller's agent, and you can make money that way. So it's different ways. The reason why I love real estate, you can make money in different ways depending on your personality. You can be an introvert. You can just make money not even dealing with people, but just referring people out. If you have a real estate license, you don't have to be licensed in every state. If you're interested in being a real estate agent, or if you're interested in just investing in real estate, my email is realestatevisionista@gmail.com. I'm going to get into the wholesaling part real quick. For Shannon White. And Shannon White, I'm going to give you her email address. She actually has a training of coaching where she shows you how to make money selling real estate without cash or credit. Her program is called Find It, Flip It, Cash It. If you want more information, you can send her an email, and I'll give you her email in just a minute. Shannon White. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking for her email. But again, she will go over the process of what it takes to actually purchase real estate. Like, you don't have to even assign the contract. You can get a contract that's cheap, and you can use that contract for yourself and flip it yourself. And I can give you an example of that too, because this is something that I did. If you find a property, somebody might be willing to owner finance that property. They say, okay, well, you don't have to go out and get a mortgage loan, but you can pay me $300 a month with whatever, a 3% interest rate. And the transaction will be the same as if you own that home, but you're just not going through the bank. The seller's actually the bank for you. So you're paying that seller. You can actually put a renter in that house and charge them $500. And now you're making money off of this property that is not on your credit report. You're actually paying this seller a mortgage and you did not have to put any money down. There's different ways that you can negotiate these deals. But that is one way that you can actually, you're going out now, you're going out and actually finding these deals on your own. You're looking for the properties, you're looking for these motivated sellers, people wanting to get rid of their properties, and you're asking them if you could be the one to assume that property, or if you can be the one to write a contract and then find a buyer for them. If you're interested in investing in real estate and actually getting a loan, they have different loan products. That's also something that I help and I explain to you on the call that I would do with you, that one-on-one. If you email me and you put it in the subject line that you're interested in investing, like I said, I partner with a mortgage lender, and that mortgage lender is very well versed at dealing with, investors, first-time home buyers. They have different loan products for what you're looking for to do. If you're wanting someone to really explain to you step by step, that's what you would come to me and you would get with me and that loan officer. Now, Shannon White, her email, if you want to get more information about wholesaling, it's dreambiggerwealthbuilder@gmail.com. dreambiggerwealthbuilder@gmail.com. And if you want to email her and ask her about the details on how her coaching program, shows you how to invest in real estate without any cash or credit, feel free. If you have any questions for me, or you just want to know if you can get with me, find out what you need to do to invest, become a real estate agent, or even just purchase your first home, you have my email address. That is all I have.
Awesome. OMG. Shaquanna, you scared me. Shaquanna, you totally scared me. Oh my God. Guys, for those of you that are watching on Periscope, for those of you that are watching on Facebook, I hope that you did. If you have not, click the link on the bio on Periscope, click the link on the video on Facebook and sign up. This way you can have access to the free live video summit and all the goodies takeaway. I just want to wrap it up by saying thank you guys so much. Again, the power of live streaming. Like I said, I'm based here in New York, connected with all four of these amazing panel experts that are talking anything from your budget, kicking off with Shawn. Kudos to Shawn. I don't know about you guys, but I'm all about stacking these coins, and I was like writing. Like, I've learned something from each and every one of these speakers, and I hope that you guys have taken copious notes. If you have not, and you could not have kept up because we've got a lot of questions in the chat box, please be sure that we will be, if you did not get a chance to copy some of the freebies in the email, an email will be going out tonight with the recording of the entire live video summit. So those of you that are going to be watching after the fact on Facebook, those of you that are going to be watching after the fact on Periscope, make sure you do sign up. This way you get the live recording, you can get all the content, and make sure that you're taking actions. Because what's the reason of having all this information and you're just gonna do nothing with it, right? We want to act. 2017 is the year to act, and this is a lot of good info. I personally, I always go shopping and I'm looking, because I'm trying to stack these coins. I pull the stuff for generic, like give me the generic all day. But thanks to this webinar, live video summit, hey, our girl just showed us how we could get these brand name stuff and pay less or the same money as the generic stuff. Lots and lots and lots of good info. So I'm not gonna, keep rambling on. Thank you guys so much to all my expert panel. Thank you, Shawn. Thank you, Nativa. Thank you, George. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Shaquanna. You girls rocked it out. And I know we have a lot of questions. Let me see if I can field some of these. Everyone is coming in the chat box saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome content. Love it. We do have a question for real estate. They're asking about the 25% referrals. So Shaquanna, if you're still on the call, can you address that question? They want to know, if it's 25% or 2 to 5% for the referrals. And guys, again, everyone, okay, go ahead, Shaquanna.
Okay, the 25% referral. Now that was just an estimate. You can send a referral to another real estate agent and ask for 25%. You can ask for 30%. You can ask for 50%. It all depends on the agreement between you and that agent. I've received a 40% referral before because of the price point of the house that I referred out. So it's actually 25%, and it sounds small, but 25% of a $500,000 house, that can be, a couple of months of your bills. So yes, it is 25%. It's standard, and it can get higher than that.
Awesome. Thank you so much for clarifying. And guys, like I said, all of you that are on the call, we know we cannot fill all of the messages, or else we'll be here until midnight. But I know that obviously you do have questions, so it's really good content that resonated with you and that can help you. So you will watch your emails tonight. We will be emailing out the recording immediately after the call. You'll have everyone's contact info. You'll have everyone freebie. This way you can be in touch with them, connect with them, and they're also going to be reaching out to you. So those of you that are having questions about the couponing, how to save money, how to fix your credit, how to get to your budget, make sure you cop that book, how to connect with Shaquanna and Shannon about these real estate deals. And of course, if you've got skills, your girl that is going to teach you how to stack these coins. Make sure you sign up for the free training on Tuesday. To do that, of course, go to my website, odetaking.com, and we will see you on the next live video summit, or on the next broadcast, or on the next webinar. Stay tuned. It's all about live streaming. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. You guys, you guys obviously rock, and we'll see you on social media. So make sure you stay tuned. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Periscope. Make sure that you're sharing, connecting, and of course, we love giving you value. So thank you guys, and have a super phenomenal, great evening all.
Goodbye.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, yes. High five. So, Shaquanna, hey, Amy, hey, Karis. Guys, I could not chat with you earlier because it was crazy and it was a live video summit. So, those of you that are watching on Periscope and Facebook, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment. Make sure that you do sign up for the freebie. This way you can get the live recording and you can get all the information to take actions, because it's all about action. What's the point of coming up here, showing up here, spending your hour and a half listening to all this juicy, swapalicious, good content, and you ain't gonna stack these coins? Like, it's all about building wealth from the ground up. So make sure you take advantage of it. And now I've got to go do some more work. So if you have any questions and you want to connect with me, go to my website, odetaking.com. Book a free consultation, and I will see you tomorrow on Facebook and Periscope. Bye, guys. Love you.